Assalamu alaikum everyone. In the PowerPoint presentation shared last week, you had a look at how to calculate depreciation using the three methods of straight line, reducing balance, and revaluation. Today we are going to have a look at how we record depreciation, and then we are going to have a look at an example where we have to calculate depreciation as well as record it. Alright, so let's start. So this is how you make the journal entry to record depreciation. You debit income statement and credit provision for depreciation. So provision for depreciation will always be credited whenever you want to record depreciation for any non-current asset. Why do we record provision for depreciation on the credit side is because what it results in is the decrease of our non-current assets. So it basically decreases the depreciation, decreases the value of our non-current assets. That is why we record it on the credit side. Similarly, if you wanted to make a T account, I will show the T account of depreciation as well. This is how you make the T account for provision for depreciation. This will obviously be made for all the non-current assets that your business has. So basically for each non-current asset, a separate provision for depreciation account will have to be maintained. And obviously the provision for depreciation, as stated earlier, will be recorded on the credit side. And in the particulars you write income statement. Why? Because the debit entry for it is being made in the income statement, just like when you saw the journal entry. The debit entry is being made in the income statement and the credit entry is being made in the provision for depreciation account, right? So this is the journal entry and this is how you do an entry in the T account. Now when you record depreciation, see in questions that you attempt, you might also be asked to make a T account for the asset that you have, right? So the asset T account is very simple. You already know about it. I will just show you an example of an asset account as well. So this is how you make an assets account. Obviously I've taken an example of a motor car. So whatever asset that you buy, you obviously record it on the debit side. Why? Because obviously the rules of debit and credit suggest that whenever you buy assets, whenever assets go up, they are to be recorded on the debit side, and obviously when they go down, they will be recorded on the credit side. So since we are buying assets, we are buying a motor car, so whatever the amount is that we have paid for the motor car will be recorded on the debit side in the motor car account, right? So this is an example of an asset account that you might have to make when dealing with questions on depreciation. Now we'll have a look at an example where we'll solve that example as well as record depreciation that we calculate. All right, this is a question, this is an example. We'll solve this example, we'll also calculate depreciation as well as record it. So Shafia owns and runs small restaurant on 1 July 2011. So you have to pay special attention to dates when we are dealing with questions on depreciation. Why? Because without paying attention to the dates, you won't be able to judge for how many months or for how many years we need to calculate depreciation, or for how many months was a specific asset used by the business, right? So please pay special attention to the dates that are there in the question. Okay, so this is the information that you have about Shafia's business, and she issued checks to purchase the following non-current assets. So these three non-current assets were purchased, and the date that they were purchased on is 1 July 2011. She purchased equipment for 14,000, furniture for 5,000, and tableware for 4,000. They've also given to you the depreciation method adopted, so you know which depreciation method to use for a certain asset. So for equipment, they want us to use the reducing balance method. For furniture, they want us to use the straight line, or which can also be called equal installments method. And for tableware, they want you to use revaluation method. Now you can see that furniture के आगे लिखा हुआ है that you have to use the straight line method, which means equal installments method, and 1,000 per year over 4 years. Basically this means that $1,000 which is written here is basically the depreciation for furniture each year. So they've already given you the depreciation for furniture. So you don't now need to calculate depreciation for the furniture again. So we'll just need to calculate depreciation for equipment as well as tableware. The table also shows the depreciation method, yes, which is which is used to calculate the depreciation. On 1 July 2012. So basically you can see that this was the information on 1 July 2011. Now after 1 year, 1 July 2011, tableware was revalued at 3,400. So after 1 year, this becomes your ending value, obviously. During the accounting year ended 30th June 2013. So this is obviously where the second year is ending. So this is the end of the first year of the business, and this is the end of the first year of the business, and obviously this is the end of the second year of the business. Shafia purchased additional tableware costing 800. At 30th June 2013, tableware was revalued at 3,600. Now what do they want us to do? Using the above information, calculate the annual depreciation charge for each type of non-current asset for the accounting years ended 30th June 2012 and 13. So obviously we need to calculate depreciation for 2 years. Alright, first of all we'll do that. I already said that for furniture you will not need to calculate depreciation. Why? Because it is already given. So we'll calculate the depreciation for equipment, and for that we need to we need to use the reducing balance method. Alright, so we'll calculate depreciation for equipment first of all. So this is how you calculate depreciation for equipment. Obviously we needed to use the reducing balance method, and we needed to do it for 2 years. For year 1, obviously the formula is cost minus accumulated depreciation multiplied by rate. So you can see the cost of equipment is 14,000. So 14,000 minus accumulated depreciation. So obviously this is the first year, so there will be no accumulated depreciation, it will be 0. And then you multiply it by the rate, which is 25%. You get the answer of 3,500, which is your annual depreciation. Moving on to year 2, obviously you once again apply the same formula. The cost is obviously 14,000. Now this time around your accumulated depreciation is 3,500, which was your depreciation last year. And then the answer is, if you subtract 3,500 from 14,000, the answer that you're going to get is 10,500. Then you multiply it by the rate, which is 25% again. So you get your second year's depreciation, which is 2,625. Alright, so we have calculated the depreciation for the equipment. For furniture, once again we don't need to do it. Now we'll calculate the depreciation for tableware. But before doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this depreciation that I've calculated, and also this asset that we bought, equipment, I'll also record this. So I'll make a T account for equipment as well as the depreciation for equipment, right? Okay, so this is how you make the equipment account. You can see in the question that we bought the equipment on 1 July 2011. So I've made the entry in the equipment account on the debit side, and then I've balanced the T account. There was no further equipment bought, so that is why there's only one entry of 14,000 in this equipment's T account. Then here is the provision for depreciation account for the equipment. We obviously calculated the depreciation for the equipment. For the first year it was 3,500, and for the second year it was 2,625. So I've made the provision for depreciation account for both the years. The first year it was 3,500. You balance the T account, and then you record the depreciation for the second year, and then once again you balance the T account. So this is how you record depreciation. It's very simple. Once you calculate depreciation, you won't face any problems in recording it. Alright, so this was just an example of how you can calculate depreciation, record depreciation in a T account. So now what I would want you to do is, I would want you to calculate depreciation first of all, and then record that depreciation for an example that I'm going to share with you just now. So guys, this is the question that I want you guys to attempt. First of all, you need to make the T accounts for the van as well as the machine, as well as you need to obviously calculate depreciation. You need to make T accounts for the van and machine, and then you need to calculate prepare T accounts for provision for depreciation. So I will be available online. If you want any help, if you have any query as to how to record a certain thing or how to calculate depreciation, you can contact me. All right.